Good day to you and welcome to another Paddocks Club video tutorial. Today I unfortunately am going to talk about managing agency malfeasance, that is the theft of funds from sectional title schemes. You will have seen that according to a recent personal finance report, the Estate Agency Affairs Board is dealing with another major theft by a managing agent. The article reported that the legal officer for the EAAB had confirmed that the Cape Town-based managing agent involved has agreed to repay $400,000 to one body corporate and that another theft is being investigated. The prospect of the managing agent repaying the stolen money sounds very positive, but it doesn't address the scheme's current cash flow needs. And it's offset, I think, by the fact that any owner who now sells his unit or her unit before the amount is repaid will in all likelihood not recoup that loss. The fact that the EAAB operates a fidelity fund against which schemes can claim when managing agents steal their savings is also some comfort. However, such a claim can only be progressed once the persons who stole the savings have been sequestrated, so it can take between 4 to 7 years to conclude the claim and receive the compensation from the Fidelity Fund. This is cold comfort to owners who are currently facing the choice between paying special levies and borrowing funds at very high interest rates. On the one hand, there have been regular reports of managing agents stealing scheme funds ever since the late 1970s. So it's reasonable to expect that owners and trustees should be aware of this risk and should take steps to protect their property. For example, by ensuring that any person who has access to scheme funds is covered by a fidelity insurance policy. On the other hand, owners in sectional title schemes are constantly looking at ways of reducing their expenditure to keep their levies as low as possible. This means that most schemes in practice do not arrange for fidelity insurance. They have no cover against theft by trustees and only the EAAB's last resort cover for theft by the managing agent or his or her employees. Schemes that employ managing agents can reduce the risk of theft of their funds very considerably by insisting that their money be kept in separate accounts and regularly checking the balance in those bank accounts. Reserve funds should be kept in a different account from administrative or operating funds, and money should not be moved or withdrawn from the savings account without prior trustee approval and involvement. With internet banking and modern software systems, there should be no reason why trustees are not able to check the status of the body corporate account at any time. When a managing agent uses a bucket account system, and that's one in which each scheme's funds are mixed with those of other schemes, it is impossible for trustees to exercise direct control. They are always dependent on the managing agent's management reports and other information as to the state of their finances. Many managing agency thefts have gone undetected for long periods, often starting with small borrowings from one scheme that increase over time and are covered by the application of another scheme's reserve funds to the first one's immediate expenses. Trustees need to understand the inherent risks involved in allowing their scheme money to be mixed with other schemes' money. And if they choose not to insist that the money should be kept in a separate account, which I think they should, then I think to avoid charges of negligence, they must take active steps to reduce the risk. They must watch those funds very carefully on a continuing basis, and they must insure against the risk of theft. Thank you for joining me, and if you have any questions, let's deal with them in the discussion forum.